Hello YTPC people, how are you? Welcome to your channel, Mo Pipe Smoking channel. We are in Darband, an entertaining facilities north of Tehran. And after a long mountain walk, we could finally found some location to record this for you. I'm your host Arash, and today I'm gonna talk about a bit complex, maybe controversial topic, which is breathing method of pipe smoking, which you have most probably heard of. Today I'm gonna talk about it, different aspects of it, and sum it up for you, different variations, and let you choose at the end of the video which variation is for you, and you maybe enjoy it a little bit. Anyway, let's go see the intro video, then I'll be back summing it up for you. All right, let me talk first about that controversial aspect of breathing method. As you have probably searched for this method and you have seen so many different videos, people are talking about this method and they are talking about different, somehow different aspects of it. And each of them are telling you this is the breathing method. I have myself been confused by these different aspects of it for sure. And that's why I decided to talk about all different the variations of it and let you choose which is for you. So the point is, breathing method at its core is breathing calmly, peacefully, and not being interrupted by puffing. Or in different saying, we are gonna learn how to inhale and exhale and not to be bothered by puffing. And even more at its core, we are gonna separate our lung muscles from our cheek muscles, because we are breathing by our lung muscles and we are puffing by our cheek muscles, facial muscles. So we are gonna do some practicing to separate these two. And at the end, we can very peacefully breathe in and out and puff our pipes. So this is gonna be a bit complex, and it needs some practicing actually. So I'm gonna provide some exercises for you without any pipes actually, and these practices will enable you to train yourself to separate these two muscles, these two groups of muscles. And then we are gonna lit our pipe and smoke our pipe with that breathing method. And in these different practices, I'm gonna explain the different variations of breathing method. But the whole point of breathing method is this separation, separating lung muscles from our facial muscles. First, let me talk about why we are gonna do all this practicing to learn breathing method. Actually, there are so many pros and advantages in learning this breathing method technique. First and foremost, it is very relaxing. And being relaxed while puffing or pipe is something we are looking for sure. Second, it enables you to control your amber and the heat of your pipe, the temperature of your pipe, which is very cool. Third pros is it lowers your relights too much. You need to relight your pipe very much lower, and this is very cool. Fourth pros is it elongates your smoking sessions too much, something like 1.5, something like your usual smoking time multiplied by 1.5, and even 2. And this is cool too. And the fifth advantages of learning this is it improves greatly your whole experience and the tasting notes of your tobacco. Gather all these pros and advantages, it definitely justifies all the practicing and taking time to learn it. At least for me, it does. Let's talk about that temperature control aspect of breathing method, which is really cool and practical, I think. The whole point is when you are puffing out in your pipe, although you are heating your amber, but the heat goes out of your pipe. And on the other hand, when you are puffing in your pipe, you are heating your pipe and your amber, and that heat goes through your pipe, inside your pipe. This slight difference in these two situations enables us to control the temperature of our pipe. Assume your pipe is going to go out and you are gonna lit it up again. So you are gonna, as always, breathe peacefully and relax, but you are gonna stop the puffing out through your pipe action completely. So through your breathing, you are gonna puff in, no puff outs, puff in, no puff outs. What this does is letting your pipe and gathering the heat through your pipe inside your pipe. So enables you to lit up your pipe, which is going to go out soon. On the other hand, assume your pipe has got very hot and you are gonna cool it down. This time, you are gonna stop the puffing out action, puffing in action, and you're gonna accelerate your puff outs through your pipe separately from your breathing as usual. So you have a very hot pipe, you stop the puffing in action and you puff out. You puff out. So the moisture of your breath goes through your pipe and all the heat produced is gonna leave your pipe, so your pipe gonna cool down very soon. And all this happening while you have clenched your pipe, not bothering your breathing process at all. Nice, cool, isn't it? So practice this to sometime stop puffing out action, sometime stop puffing in action, and with your pipe lid, try it and see it that you can heat up and warm up your pipe or cooling it down. And this needs a little bit practice, but it definitely can be done. All right, let's do some practicing. Because you're gonna mostly hear what I'm doing instead of seeing it, I have chosen my beautiful calabash pipe, which is made by one of our artisan pipe maker called Ali Abruzan. And I've removed the cap of it, and I have put a balsa stick, a balsa piece of wood through it, so it gonna whistle too much, so you can hear what I'm doing. All right, the first easy practice is just breathing in, inhaling and kissing and puffing in through your pipe, and exhaling, and at the end of the exhale, puff out through your pipe. Take a look. See, I'm inhaling and at the end of my inhalation, I'm kissing my pipe, I'm puffing in, and I'm exhaling, and at the end of it, I'm puffing out through my pipe. Another one. This is intended to introduce you to separate your lung muscles from your facial muscles, and this is a very easy one. Remember, no tobaccos, no lit pipe, just a pipe without any tobacco. We are practicing, and we will later lit up our pipe, and we'll do it with our pipe lid. All right. This is the first variation, which is very simple. You can practice more by inhaling and two kisses, two puffing in, and exhaling and two puffing outs, or three, for example. Take a look another time. I'm um, I'm puffing in 2 times and puffing out 2 times. And you can practice 3 times, 4 times. The second variation and the second exercise is something called mouthwash action, as Modern Chop Piper has introduced it for the first time, I think, in YTPC. If you have ever used mouthwash liquid, you have most probably understand that mouthwashing has nothing to do with your inhaling. We can easily breathe and mouthwash. All right. We are gonna simulate this, with our pipe. So I'm gonna breathe very calmly and relaxingly, and at the same time, I'm gonna do something like mouth washing. All right. So let's do this. All right. So what I'm doing is relaxingly breathing in and out and doing the mouthwash action at the same time. This is a bit more complex, but with practicing, it would be possible for you too. All right, let's do another exercise. This time with cola, and this is gonna be a bit near to real experience with your pipe lid, because of the weight of the liquid. I have chosen cola because it is dark, so you can see it going through the straw. I hope you see. Uh, and because of the weight of the liquid, this is a bit near to real experience of smoking. So we're gonna exercise with this. I'm gonna do the first exercise that I showed you with my empty pipe. So I'm gonna inhale, and at the end of my inhalation, I'm gonna sip in through my straw, and I'm gonna exhale and push the liquid out of the straw through my glass. All right. Just a little point, at the end of inhaling and sipping in, put your tongue at the end of your straw. It prevents the liquid to slip out of your straw. Take a look. When I put my tongue here, the liquid doesn't come back through the straw and in my glass. All right. Now the exercise. I'm gonna inhale, sip in the cola, and exhale and sip it out. Look. because of the weight of the liquid, you can experience somehow a more real experience of a pipe, a lit pipe. All right, that's it. Let's go little pipe, smoke them, and go through the different variation of breathing method with our lit pipe. All right, I'll be back. All right, let the real experience begin. The first variation of the breathing method that so many people have explained in YTPC is smoking or pipe without any puffing. That's strange, but it is real. I'm gonna breathe in and breathe out. I'm gonna breathe calmly, and because of the vacuum introduced by my breathing in my mouth cavity, the smoke of my tobacco will go through my pipe and it is massaged through my pipe. And at the end of my, for example, third or fourth complete breathing, you will see a little bit of a smoking out of my mouth. Look. I'm gonna smoke, but I'm not gonna puff in and puff out. Just breathe. There was no puffing involved, but you saw a lot of smoke. This is because at each time that I inhale, there is a vacuum in my mouth cavity which pulls in the smoke, and when I exhale, that smoke is pushed through my pipe again, and in this procedure, the smoke is massaged completely. Another time, all right, you can smoke your pipe completely without any puffing in this variation of breathing method. The pros of this variation is it is very simple. It doesn't need any practice. You can peacefully breathe in and breathe out and smoke your pipe. The con is the amount of smoke produced doesn't satisfy me, myself, just personally. And I feel my mouth a little bit dry in this variation. So this is not my variation and my choice. But if it is yours, good for you. Do it and smoke your pipe without puffing. This is completely possible, and there is a lot of smoke massaging, and there would be a lot of delicious notes of your tobacco through this variation of breathing method. All right, the second variation is in this variation, I'm gonna inhale and puff my pipe and exhale and puff out the smoke through my pipe, all right? This variation is like the first exercise that I showed you with my empty pipe, all right? Here's the procedure. You can see that. All right, inhaling, puffing in, exhaling, puffing out. There are lots of smoke massaging in this. And with each inhaling and exhaling, I'm puffing in and puffing out. You can do The second and third variation of this, according to the exercise that you did. So you can, for example, breathe in and out for 3 times, and every 3 times you puff in and puff out. Look at this variation. In my first, second, and third, in my first and second breathing in and out, there was no puffing. And by the third one, I puffed in and puffed out, as you saw. So there are very different variation of this technique. You can choose to puff in and puff out every 3 or every 4 complete breath. The pros and cons, this one has a bit more smoke massaging. This is a con. This is a pro, sorry. The con is this is a bit more complex and it needs a bit more practicing. And the most important advantage of this variation for me is this is very, very relaxing. You know, when you're gonna do a ratio of 3-to-1 or 4-to-1, you need to concentrate. You need to count down your breathings. For example, for you to every 4 complete breath, you puff in and puff out. So this makes you to concentrate, and this separates you from your daily chaos. All right. So this variation is very, very relaxing to keep the ratio up and to keep the ratio constant. But because of that dried mouth, and because this is a bit too much concentrating, this the version is not for me too. My version is the third that I'm gonna explain, but if this one is for you, again, good for you, do that. All right, the third version of breathing method, which is my favorite one, is that mouth washing action that I explained before. You are gonna breathe in and out, and through every inhaling and exhaling, do some mouthwash action to massage your smoke through your pipe. And each 4, 3, 5 complete inhaling and exhaling, you're gonna puff out some smoke, right? But I maybe through my inhaling do some 2 or 3 mouthwash actions, and through my exhaling do some 2 or 3 more. All right, take a look. Inhaling, mouthwash action. Exhaling, again, mouthwash action. I'm hopeful that can be seen through the camera. You may probably seen lots of smoke getting in and out at the rim of my pipe. All right, that was my mouth washing action. Take a look for the second time. And every 2 or 3 complete breathing, I do some puffs separate from my mouthwash action. This is my favorite version of breathing method technique because the smoke massaging is at its peak, and the tasting notes of tobacco is very, very concentrated in this version. These are all pros and advantages. The only disadvantage of this version is it is very technical, and it needs lots of practice for you. It has been for me to completely separate my lung muscles from my facial muscles, to do some mouth washing action, very, very controlled with my pipe lid. So this is a bit more technical, but if you practice enough, for sure you can do that. And I do recommend this one mostly for my friends and other people who consult with me. All right, these are different versions. Each and every one of them has its pros and cons, and you need to choose which is for you. It doesn't matter which one. You can do different version of it at the in a one smoke session for sure, as I do always. I do sometimes the third variation when I get tired and bored. I do the second variation, and this, as it has always been, this is our hobby. So we're gonna play with it and do different things to be entertained and to spend some time, some quality time with our pipe. All right. So choose yours. All right, let me sum up the whole video for you. First, let me show the heat control process first. Assume that my pipe is lit, but it's going to go out soon. I'm gonna stop the puff outs through my pipe and do the puffins only. Look. So here's the procedure. I'm gonna puff in, I'm gonna inhale and puff in, I'm gonna exhale, but no puff outs. This makes me and enables me to warm up my pipe by all those puffins and help my pipe to lit up again, okay? But let's assume the other side. My pipe is very, very hot, and I'm gonna cool it down. So I'm gonna stop the puff-ins, and I'm gonna do so many puff-outs. This will reduce the heat of my pipe soon. Take a look. Inhaling, no puff-ins. Exhaling, puff-out through my pipe. I hope you see that there is some smoke getting out of my pipe every turn that I exhale. This will reduce the heat of my pipe soon and makes me and helps me cool down my pipe. All right. This is the procedure and this is the technique that you can use in breathing method to control the heat of your pipe. All right, and the temperature of it. The next thing I want to go and cover in this summing up is the whole breathing method techniques and all these exercises may seem a bit complex, complicated for you. But because all those advantages that I mentioned, all these exercises do worth it. I promise you this. Take some time, practice. It will soon become very, very automatic, very, very even unconscious for you, and that won't be that complicated soon for you. So take some time and practice. All right. The third point is do not consider all these exercises as some troubles. These are our hobby. These are our entertaining. So take some time, be patient. It will become very easy soonly for you. All right. The fourth point worth mentioning is do the empty pipe exercises for sure. Do not skip them. If you start practicing with your lit pipe, there will be lots of tongue bites, lots of amber throwing up your pipe. All right, do all those empty pipe exercises for sure, and do not skip them. All right. And the fifth point I'm going to mention is try controlling your puffing in and puffing out through your exercises. When you start your pipe and lead your pipe, the point is when you start your pipe, when you lead your pipe, if you do not control your puffing in and puffing outs, there will be lots of tongue bite, or there will be, or you may throw up your amber out of your pipe by puffing in too hard. So in your practices with your empty pipe, definitely try to control your puffing in and puffing out through your pipe and massaging the smoke. This is the point that I want to mention. And the last, but definitely not the least point, is be patient. I do mention this in all of my exercise videos, teaching videos. Being patient is the point that pipe smoking is gonna teach us as a whole. All right, be patient with all those exercises, with empty pipe, with lead pipe, doesn't matter. Being patient enables you to master the art of pipe smoking first and breathing method. And because all those advantages that I mentioned, controlling your pipe temperature, having a lot of more tasting notes of your tobacco, elongating your smoking sessions, there are lots of advantages. And because of all these, being a bit more patient and practice a little bit does worth it. I do believe that, and I do invite you to all these and be patient. Thanks for staying with me this long, and hope to see you in the next one. Until the next one, do not forget to sprinkle some anxieties through your tobacco and smoking them.